Shouldn't have left you. Your man T back to the rescue. Alright, man. It's been a while since I did a fight breakdown. I'm gonna try to make this joint short. We don't really need to get into it too much just to be real. Because Crawford dominated from the very beginning and they just added more of this down the line and they just compounded on top of each other. And it just got a little worse and worse and worse. But let's jump into it. So, from the jump, let me move this out the way. That up there. From Jump Street, mentally, we gotta show him we're not scared. We here. So from Jump Street, we come right out, boom, jab at you. Meet you in the middle of the ring, jab at you. That's mental right there. Let you know I ain't afraid of you. We're not scared of you. None of your mystique. None of that. Oh, I gotta find somewhere else to put this joint. Yeah, put that down there. Alright. So what I always say, my old saying, the fight start at the feet. Fight start at the feet. Alright. Crawford automatically. How many seconds we in? 3 seconds in. He's automatically making sure he got his foot in right position, which is the outside of Canelo foot, which is going to lead to his hand being in the right position and to lead to pretty much the fight being over. Again, foot in the right position. We inching in forward, trying to find our range real quick, and watch how quickly we find our range. Right there. Found our range. Then 4 seconds. Well, 6 seconds, I'm sorry. Within like 6 seconds, we found our range and we know where we could touch him from. I'm going to touch him again real quick. Boom. Now we really got it. 7 seconds in, and we know what range we want to be at when we could touch him. Or when we want to touch him. Canelo not going to like that, so I believe he's going to step back for a second. Because he feel like Bud is in range and he not in range. And he don't like it. Which he should. See? That last little jab that came, Bud really could have touched him. Canelo going to step away real quick. But watch, the feet always going to be in the right position. As a southpaw fighting an orthodox, you want your foot on the outside of him. And the orthodox want to get his foot on the outside of you because you change the angle slightly. We change the angle slightly, it just make it that much harder of a fight. All right, next. All right, so we got a little pawing action up here. Get into it probably in the next angle. It's gonna give you a little better angle at it. But we got a better educated lead hand, right? It's quicker, it's faster. I do more with it. Canelo don't really like to engage too much with the paw. He got an okay jab. He paw a little bit, but Bud is much better at this. So he really not going to want to engage in this a whole lot throughout the match. But again, this foot position going to give him a better hand position. Oh, all right. So we touch him on the body real quick because we got the reach. We got longer arms. We can touch him without him touching us. Bring back to the middle. All right. Once you know 20 seconds in, Canelo ain't throw a punch yet. Right? So everybody was wondering how Canelo lost. It's because he wasn't active enough. Main thing, he wasn't active enough, and Bud neutralized everything he was trying to do. So again, you can see here, we in the right foot position, which means we likely going to be in the right hand position, which means we're going to win more of these exchanges. Just give them a little rhythm. They just filling each other out right here. Boom. Again, we got the reach. We got the foot positioning. So everything we do is just that much more easier. And we're going to make sure we keep this position throughout the duration of the whole fight and make Canelo fight at a position that's not his best. And this is going to be my best position. So of course, we got the physical aspect. We saw that before he came in. We got the mental aspect. We step into him. We making sure we keep in foot position. And we already found our range within like 5 to 7 seconds, right? So now what we've got to do is just keep this positioning for the most part of the fight. And when the puncher try to get in position, we just offset his feet. We just don't let him set his feet. Because with big punchers, they need their feet set and they like their feet set to punch. They typically don't punch when they feet not set. So what we're gonna do is just gonna keep offsetting him, keep making him move his feet. And he never gonna feel comfortable in his zone and his world and his rhythm to throw some punches, right? All right. We just give him rhythm. This right here, a lot of staging. This is just what high level boxers do to each other. Trying to fake each other out with little small movements. And most people can't process this. They think they're just standing there looking at each other, but they're not. They sending signals. They trying to send fake signals, and they try to pick up on the other signals of the other guy. So we sharp. We not scared. We step into you, and every time you try to get your feet set, we just do small little movements to make you reset your feet. But see, we standing right in the middle of the ring. Boom. That little step right there. That little step right there just offsetting, and it took him off the line. Boom. I told you the foot position lead to a better hand position. See, we could go back a tad bit. All right, back. Bang. All right. So here, it's not showing his feet, but his foot is in a better position. We already showed that in the last little small clip. Boom. Foot position lead to better hand position. If your foot is outside, then your hand is outside. And if your hand is outside, your hand is really on top. So look at his hand on top. Now what he could do, what he did right here was just leverage Canelo's hand and sneak a little jab right in. Just use his hand to leverage, pushed it down, and then threw a little jab over the top of that. Pushed it down, bang. So we faster, we got the longer reach, we got the better educated lead hand, we got the better feet. This joint gonna be an easy night. All right, so this offsetting right here, that L step, that left step, that was just offset move. That's all we're trying to do is just offset Canelo. Make sure he don't get his feet right because I just hit you and I know you want to hit me back. So let me just mess your feet up real quick. Again, changing levels. Again with another L step. And like I said, that's just offsetting the puncher. We just want to keep him moving. We not running, but we keeping him moving in small little circles, small little squares, small little triangles. Now I'm gonna show y'all another point in this fight where Canelo, it was many points in this fight, but I'm gonna give you one instance where he should have cut off the ring. If he cut off the ring, it would have led to more action. He didn't take chances, well, enough chances, I'll say that. And it's not to knock Canelo at all, but he ain't did take enough chances. That's why we ain't see a whole lot of exchanges in this fight. All right, so we just offset him, brought him around into the middle of the ring where we wanted to be. That's all that was. Got a little probing. I told you early on, Canelo, he figured out he didn't want to probe with Terence Crawford. But you can see here, you gonna try to probe again. That's just him trying to find his range, and Bud not gonna let him. See that little, he wanted to come all the way with the rangefinder. He didn't, but Bud was ready to smack it down so he can't see what range he in. Don't let him get that close to your glove or that close to your head so he can't find his range. Next. See, whether we miss or we hit, we always in right foot position, which is going to lead to us hitting more and being hit less. Canelo with a little L step, just step out of range. Upper body moving by Canelo. Little feint, little level change. But Bud not biting on none of this. Bud right here, he ain't biting on none of that. And we just going to step right off because he trying to back me to the corner. I don't like it. I'm going to step around. Come on, reset. Do that thing again. Look. Made him reset 2 or 3 times. Trying to find his range. He go to the little bit of a high guard, a little bait tactic. But other high level boxers know this trick. They know not to fall for it. But it's also a little bit of a defensive tactic too, because you get in close quarters. Trying inch forward, inch forward. Now he did a pretty good job there cutting the ring off. Pretty good job. But he has to up his energy level. He has to move with more um pace, with more energy in order to actually cut the ring off. You can't do it at a cool, calm, collective pace. You gotta actually move your feet to do so. That was cool. It seemed like Bud didn't try too hard to get out of there, but that was a good one. Bring back. Boom. All right, so I want y'all to look at the clock. 1 minute, 30 seconds in. These are the first two punches that Canelo threw in this round. So when you're not active, you don't let your hands go, you lose the rounds. You're going to go a little further into it, and you're going to see Bud. At this point, Bud caught him with a couple clean jabs. He threw about 8, 9, 10 punches, and he going to finish the round with the most clean punch, and that's how you win the round. When it wasn't a lot of activity going on in the round. It's a fill-out round. See, all that was just pawing, probing. Canelo wanted to find position. I use my foot position. I use my hand position to keep you out the position that you want to be. Now you got to reset, try to find a better range because you don't want to shoot from too far out. Shoot from too far out against a counter puncher like Bud. He catch you with a clean uppercut. He catch you with a lead left hook, check hook. Any of those things that can hurt you. So Canelo being a smart boxer that he is, he got to get to a certain range to shoot. Now, even here, you're going to see Bud be first in this exchange. Now, Canelo just had a good 10 seconds to get off. He did. I know why, but he did. Boom, Bud being first. Now, if Canelo wanted to win this fight, he had to be first. But Bud knew he wanted to be first and last. Good shot. I see this one was blocked. It was caught on the gloves. No, don't do that. My fault. See, this punch was caught on a glove. Bing. Bud ate it. I'm going to see a body shot come. Bing. It lands on the arm. But ate that. Step 2. Now you see the feet are in the right position. Feet always in the right position. So it probably took some off of that because he couldn't get it full extension where he wanted. If Bud was like here, he probably could have. There probably would have been more power on that. When Bud said Canelo didn't hit him that hard, and his punches don't hurt that much, that's because he always made him be in a bad position while punching. So this is an example of one of those bad positions. But his knee is actually behind his. So he can't have full power when he let that punch go. Alright, so Bud immediately took the body shot, stepped to him, moved him back. Canelo tried to use the hand to control the head. Bud gonna push his hand off and step forward. Took another step forward here, moving back to the middle of the ring. So he's showing him again, mentally and physically, I'm here with you. We on the same level if I'm not better, but I'm here with you. It's no gap like you thinking it is. And you got to do that mentally in a fight if you think you're gonna win a fight. All right, that was nothing. Canelo just slipped that. I mean, Bud just slipped that, and I think right after this, Canelo slipped one similar. Oh no! All right, so here we go. Bud threw two-way jabs to land this left hook. Bang! Right there. And that was the cleanest punch of the fight. Not fight, I'm sorry, cleanest punch of the round. It was the most effective and cleanest punch of the round. And how you know this to be true, I ain't making this up. This was the only highlight that was shown that round. So this punch right here, pretty much won the round, especially when you add together all the little jabs up and down that Bud was doing. And to this point, Canelo threw 4 punches. That second one didn't land to hit the glove. Bopped his head. His glove bopped into his head. It's not a landed punch. But again, we're gonna see this, and this is simple. This is you learn this on the first week of boxing. 1, 2. Look, foot in the right position. Foot in the right position. Arms is long. So we tagging him with this for sure. We tagging him with that. Bang. Bang. Now there's 2 minutes of a 3 minute round. Crawford had all the moments. Now at this point, Canelo got 1 minute left to steal this round, and he has to do something better than the things that's been done to him to this point, right? So in order to win this round, he has to do better than what has been done to him to this point, with 1 minute left. I think that was blocked. Live, it looked like it was clean, but I think that was blocked. Yeah, bang, off the glove. That landed right off the glove. Bud blocks that, shakes his head at him. No, sir. You're not getting in with that. Back to the center of the ring. We on the line. Canelo do his feint, and he gonna shoot to the body. We seen him do this a million times. Boom. It misses. Bud just steps out of range. Bud just steps out of range. He ain't run. He just step back. Now you gonna step around and reset him. Now we back at the center of the ring. Both high guards. Both just jockeying for position right here. That's all we doing right here. Just jockeying for position. But again, you're gonna see a good 10 or 12-second portion where Canelo not letting his hands go. And Bud is right there in front of him. There are reasons why, and he know why. High level boxers know, and people who understand high levels of boxing, we know this, right? But to the lay person, Canelo just stood there and didn't do anything. So again, this was a good way to cut the ring off with a jab. Now cut right hand after that. But again, Bud is catching everything on his gloves. Everything is getting caught. Even that jab was caught, but it was effective because it cut the side of the ring off. Right? Jab was caught on the glove. You see it push the glove back. The glove was here, and then it pushed the glove back. So jab was caught on the glove. Then he come with a right hand, big right hand. Bud do nothing but just take a little small L step, and he try to cut the ring off with a big right hand. Boom. On the gloves. So this is real simple how Terence beat him. I'm gonna go over the list again. He was physically ready. He was mentally ready. He mentally stepped to him, and he did things mentally in the ring to let him know, I'm here with you. I'm not scared of you. And we equal if I'm not better, right? From round one, he kept the proper foot positioning. He found his range real quick. He also had the longer arms, and he continued to offset the puncher. Probing with the educated hand, a little bit of upper body movement and different rhythms, and you win that fight against somebody who has one way. Canelo has one way. Remember, you don't have another way. He used to, but he honed in on this one way. This one come right at you, bull in the matador style. But he's declined physically and he can't keep up with it, right? He can't cut the ring off as good as he did used to. But let's hurry up and wrap up this round, and we're gonna do a few more rounds, but I don't want to make this too long. See, we on the offense. We always first, and we always last if Canelo throws something. Boom. Stuff like this wins you rounds in the eyes of the judges. Canelo come back with a big left hook to the body. Do a land. My logo in the way. We'll give it to him. We'll call it a land, but it might have landed on the elbow. So to this point, Canelo is at about like 6 or 7 punches, and none of them clean. All right, good head movement by both of them. They both just ducked. Backhand and a lead hand. Canelo again. Now he's shooting. Now he's getting a little desperate. Here he's taking chances. Now this he had to keep. He should have continued to do this throughout the night. But you got to take chances. You got to get yourself into range by taking chances. Although he missed his punch, he had to do more of that. Now we back on the middle of the ring. Bud throw a backhand hook. Canelo hit good head movement. Slips that, didn't touch him. And good educated lead hand to block that backhand. That was smart. That was a real good move by Canelo. He saw it coming. Boop. Get that up. No, you can't do nothing with that. And Bud trying to throw that backhand. Canelo step out of range. From here, he would have threw it. Canelo moved. That's too far. Now, in these moments, Canelo got spoiled throughout his career. He was able to do stuff with guys like this. He either overmatched them or they had a whole lot more respect for him. So when Canelo do his step offs, nobody ever really attack him. But showing you, you do this little step off, like you're not interested for a half a second, I'm gonna step to you. I'll be back at the center of the ring. I'm first. Round over. All right, at the beginning of each round, what we do, we step to him right at the beginning, right in the middle of the ring, and we first every round. Next exchange right here, you're gonna see Canelo not letting his hands go first, actually staging for a little too long, being last, and then eventually letting his hands go. But you're gonna see why, because he wasn't in range. But you're gonna see why. So staging, nothing. Bud threw that jab a little while ago. So staging. Don't let the punch go. Bud about to, I think, shoot for the body right here. Now feint. More staging. Bud with the paw work. More staging. All right, so he shoot a jab. Now, that's why he wouldn't shoot, because he was out of range. But eventually he felt he had to do something. Now, if you notice, they had closer range with their feet. Then I'm going to go back in a second when Bud shot and he touched me. So when Bud touched him, he touched him on the glove, and Canelo came forward to it a little bit. But you can see the range where Bud felt like he could, excuse me, where Bud felt like he could touch him. Now, a couple seconds forward, Canelo going to shoot. And he's going to close the distance a little bit, right? With the step. But he's still way shy. Now, Bud had that glove a little higher. He would have touched the glove, but he was aiming for the face. And he just shot because his arms are shorter. That's why a lot of that period of time he was just staging, trying to get himself in a better position because he had the shorter arms. And Bud had the longer reach and the quicker hands. So, Bud again, did that land? I think that did sneak through the glove. Just a little feint. This little feint right here. Feint. Now we coming. Step. Foot in the right position. That's going to give me the right range. That joint got through the glove. I don't know if it touched him, but it got through the glove. I don't know if that's a hit or that's Canelo moving his head back. It looked like he got hit though. All right, Canelo come right back with a big body shot. Again, look at the foot. He want to be here. He want to be outside. And you could shoot it from here, but you're not going to have all your power as if you was outside. You could deliver your power more if your opponent was like right here. All right. Out here, you ain't going to be able to deliver all your power. But Canelo got so used to being able to do that to guys. This one, I believe, lands on the arm. Look like arm. Could be body, but we can't see the angle. But look at this short response from Terence Crawford. Look. Right hand. Bang. A lot of quick, short stuff. I'm in right position. I got quicker hands, and I'm counterpuncher. I might be the best counterpuncher in a long time. Definitely the best active counterpuncher right now. Bang, he missed the second backhand, but being active. Now, Things like that is why Canelo was just stunned for a second. Not like he don't know what to do, but he got to take his time and process and work his way in there. He can't just go in there wilding out. So we still got the longer reach. Still going. Okay, we try to patch your lead hand down, hit you with a hook, just miss. But now Canelo trying to push the issue. It's been 4.5 minutes and he ain't been getting his way. So now he's trying to push the issue. All right. Little upper body movement. We're going to go with a big right hand. Bud going to see that, get out the way of it. Knew that was coming. We prepared for all that. All right. Step back around. Boom. Shoot a straight jab at you. Before you even get your feet set. You still trying to get your feet set. I'm going to shoot a jab at you. Before you get your feet set. Boom. Feet not even set. That touched you. Bang. All right. Blind you for a second. Hit you with another one. You still trying to get your feet set. Boom. Hit you with another one. Feet and eyes not set. Boom. Now let's step around here real quick. All right. We back on the line. All right. You trying to get me to the corner. High guard. We know what you're trying to do. You're going to probably go big left hand, big right hand. Big left hand coming. Boom. Catch it right on the glove. I'm going to step around and make you fight at a different angle now. Watch this. All right. Come on. Back to the center of the ring. Now you're going to go. You probably going to go big right hand right here because you got the better position you did. Catch him at a point where you had a better foot position than him. Big right hand lands on the glove if it landed at all. That's the disadvantage he had with having a shorter reach. All right, so we paw and Canelo trying to inch in, get in his distance. Bud just hit him with a little razzle dazzle. Step up out of there. Let's change this angle. All right, Canelo again. These are the chances that he had to keep taking throughout the fight. He took them here in the second round, but after a while, he got a little discouraged and stopped taking these chances. But he had to take these chances. You see Bud, see it coming. Eyes on him. High guard sort of position. Canelo throwing his big looping left hand, and it misses. And Bud is in position to come back, but Canelo sees it and get up under it. But this is real simple how Bud won this fight. Real simple. Like I said, more and more of this compiled. Canelo got tired. Not like he was ready to quit or anything like that, but his energy level came down from round one at about round 8 or 9. Started getting a little bit discouraged as well. His same mojo wasn't working, and then Bud ended it up. He could have stepped on the gas a little bit more, but they had a game plan. His coaches kept reminding him, stick to the game plan, stick to the game plan. That's going to win you the fight. You don't got to take no risk. But he could have stepped on the gas pedal a little bit more. This was in total, this was the game plan, man. We start off in the middle of the ring. This started round 9. Bud confidence is soaring right now. Round 2, it went up a little bit, but it's just been increasing each round, and now it's soaring. So we step to the middle of the ring. Canelo, his energy level is not as high as it used to be, and his confidence is lower too as well. So Bud stepped right to him. Middle of the ring. Canelo coming. Now he's first, but he in bad position. Bud see that. Catch him over the top with a left hand. Bang. Bounce off the top of his head. Throw a right hook. Short right hook. I'm not sure if that short right hook lands or Canelo deflects it off his glove, but he steps out of there. Then bang, left hand, because you're still in my range. You took a chance, and you had to do this, right? But you took a chance, and these are the consequences of taking that chance against this level of fighter on this night right here, right? So, caught him with the left hand, through the right uppercut, and come back with another left hand, caught him with that bang. Now, at this point, Bud just ready to open up. But again, I told you his trainers was telling him just relax, relax, relax. But Bud ready to open up. Boom, come to the body. Nice body shot, bang. Boom. Change levels. Canelo, you see how he brought his hands down because he felt that. Brought his hands down. Bud going to change angle. Canelo come with a big, he felt a big left hook coming. Big left hook come. Boom, he touched his gloves with him. Still in Bud range. Boom, Bud throw a right hand. Look like it just go right over Canelo's back. Oh, wait, no. It bounced off his head. Bang, that bounced off his head. All right, Canelo Had to switch angles a little bit, get his equilibrium back real quick. But Bud is so quick, so sharp, and he the best counter puncher that's active right now. And he's athletic and long arms as well. He's always on point. He's a killer at heart when it comes to this knockout thing. So he always ready to get him on. And you can see he ready to jump on Canelo right now. Canelo having experience, the conditioning, the chin he has. He not getting knocked out. If it went to 15 though, man, if this was a 15 round fight, man, Canelo would have been out of there. Big left to the body, but now catches that. Use the right hand to control the head. We got the better foot position. We got control of the head. Now we just gonna work on the inside real quick. See what he got. All right, boom, bang. Canelo throw one first, short one. Catch Bud in the chest region. Bud come with a quick short joint. Bang. Catch him off top of his head. Bang. Quick joint. Canelo gotta get his bearings back together. Bud right back on it though. We par him with the jab. Bang. We shoot to the body. I don't know if that hit. But Canelo come back with another left hook. Landed on the back or the shoulder or something like that. Bud with another quick short left hand. Bang. And this Bud world right here. This Bud world. Or this counter punching. You want bang for real, for real. This really what he like to do the most. But his corner kept reminding him, just relax, bro. We got this. All right, so bang. We use control of his. We're going to use the lead hand control to control his lead hand. Now we got his lead hand down right here. So all he got is just one hand to fight with right here. And we're going to sneak a little left hook in. Bang. Right off the top of the head. Canelo was using that right hand instead of the defender. He was trying to throw a punch with that. Did it land? Not really. Oh, he started going crazy on it. Oh, slow him down. Slow him down. He started opening him up. So after that right hand came the left hand, Canelo body. But no, there's nothing on that right now. Right now, because he just took a couple punches, you gotta get his head together. But the champion and him, the warrior in him, he gonna keep throwing punches. So that little punch landed on the backside, nothing there to it. Bud come with another short jump, boom, left hook, bang, or left uppercut, bang to the side of the neck. Right now coming, bang. Got around the guard, bang. Little short uppercut jump, bang. All them punches land. All those punches land. Coming with the right hand again, bang. Off the top of the dome. That landed. Now Canelo come back. That one might have got around the guard. Let's see it. Let's see it at full speed. Might have got around the guard. But Bud wins this exchange. Easy. Now we're gonna have another one. Bud about to open up on him with another exchange. We start with a double jab, two throwaway jabs. Jab, jab. Hand control. Don't let him close this space. Hand control. Bang. Left hook. Come around the guard. Bang. Right hook coming. Right around the guard. Bang. Uppercut coming. Right through the middle of the guard. Bang. I don't know if it hit flush, but if nothing, he's gonna blind you. You gotta think about it. Bang. Right hand coming. Shortened it up. Bang. Caught it right over the side of the neck. Bang. Canelo, now he's frustrated at this point. He's not as quick. He's not as fast. He's not as strong. Bud is strong. But punches hurt. Not to the point that he feel like he's gonna stop him, but enough to frustrate him. All they gotta do is hurt enough. And he one step ahead of him everywhere in the game. Looping left, they don't land. Canelo, boom. Getting hit like that and not and missing all your punches take a little energy out of you. So at that time right now, he's a little tired in this moment. He also a little red because he got hit a little bit and that eye starting to swell a little bit. Let's see if any of that landed. I don't like nothing landed flush. Yeah, I know that left hand didn't land. Maybe that right hand landed a little bit, but looked like the angle, it looked like he hit him on the arm. Back to the jab, boom, boom, blind you. While you trying to close distance. Smart by Canelo to grab it for a second. All right, now we're just going to move around, reset you. And this one, the headbutt came. This last few seconds, man. I like this. I like this exchange right here. So Canelo was just going for the gusto. He just knew he had to knock him out or nothing. But I think mentally his mind quit and his body just finished. We've seen Canelo do that a few times. Bivol, um, Floyd, and now Crawford. When he quit, his mind quit, but his body still continued because he's a champion, he's a warrior. All you know how to do is fight. So he's not going to go out there and actually quit, but his mind gave up at this point. Good exchanges, but just opening up on him. Just having it his way right now. That's all. Different level changes, jab. Look, I told you Canelo gets spoiled. He do that walkaway thing, and Bud not gonna let him. You're gonna make him pay for that this time, because it's like maybe the third or fourth time he did that now. So look, jab, the blinding. Canelo going to high guard. He gonna make it either left hand. Canelo coming with a big left hook with Bud. Oh no, actually he went two to the body. It looked like both of them might have landed. Look, Bud got head control. Missed with the right hand, but look, he low enough for the left. And Canelo in bad foot position. He on his heels. All right, he got himself back together. Now watch this. Boom. I don't know if, yeah, Canelo's left hand did land, but Bud's landed harder and first. So it took something off of Canelo's. Boom. Now he's still, look, still, it's 12th round. There's 6 seconds left. And Bud still is maintaining the better foot position, which is giving him a better hand position. And it's just making his job so much easier. Now you got him again. Another left hook to the head. Boom. And that's it. That's how we won this fight. All right, man. T from TNA Sports Network. Good to be back. Glad to be back. That was a great fight. Great breakdown. I'll holler at y'all in the comments.